guys, today I have a flexibility test for you. This is a great way to assess if you are working on flexibility, whether your flexibility is improving. So going into the flexibility test directly, we are going to do a deep flexion flexibility test. Okay, so I'm going to demo that, show you how it's done, and then in the post itself I will be posting the measurements, how you can assess whether your levels are good or you can improve on it. And anyway, if you want to improve it, you can always do that and keep measuring your success. So I'm going to turn this video down so you can see my feet. So now you have to stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. So this is shoulder width apart. I'm going to stand slightly wider than that. And then I'm going to put something on the bottom. So now I'm bending my knees to do that, of course. So imagine my legs are here. The reason I'm doing it here is because I'm going to use this line over here on the tile as my measurement. Okay. So I'm keeping my heels right at the edge of the tile line. So I'm checking that it is on the edge of the tile line, and those are my heels there. This is slightly more than shoulder width apart, and I'm going to keep this ruler right at the line over here between my heels. So as you can see, that is between my heels, behind my heels, in line with my heels. It's almost touching my heels. Now, after that, I'm going to flex my torso and my legs, passing my arms between my legs towards the back. So I'm going to go here and try to push between it, right? Right now you can see that my legs are exactly the width of the tile. So that's an easy way to always assess that that is the width that I had. And if you want to increase that width, you can always do that and do other measurements to see whether it makes a difference to you and whether that's something you'd like to improve. So I'm going to do that, and now when I reach down, my knees are slightly bent. They are not locked, they're slightly bent. Reach down. I want to push this ruler back without actually pushing it. So it's just my fingertips. I'm not going to lift it. It's just my fingertips touching it and pushing it back. So I'm just going to push it back very lightly. Keep pushing. How far can I go? Okay, so that is the max that I have been able to push the ruler from where I started. Now from this point, which is the end of where my ruler reached, I'm going to be measuring to see exactly what the distance is from the point that it reached to the point of the start, right? So I have got 7 inches over here, and that is the measurement of my assessment that I will be checking on against the table that I'm going to post in the next post. So if I look at my measurement, based on my measurement being 17.7 centimeters, because it was 7 inches, I basically am rounding up because it's a little bit off from being 18, and that means that I get 18 points. Now if I go to do the same thing again, I can even do the best of 3 and pick the one that I find is the most successful. I'm going to this time make my legs slightly wider, and I'm going to try the same thing. So once again, checking that it is in line, checking it's in line, and keeping this here. Okay, so my ruler is here. When I am pushing back, another thing to keep in mind is the fact that you do not want to push it back using your force. You want to keep your fingers connected to the board or the ruler the entire time. So I'm going to go into mine, and I'm pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back. Oops, sorry. Push it forward there. The whole time my fingers were touching it. So I did not push it away from my fingers. My fingers were in contact with it the entire time. So this time, let's see, what do we have? Is it going to be 7 again? Because I did widen my stance, if you saw that. So last time I was at 7 inches. This time I'm at 9 inches. So widening the stance has given me more range for sure, and I'm sure you knew that anyway. But that's something to also test and keep working from there. So keep that assessment. Try it either every 2 weeks or try it every month as well. It's up to you. Of course, to be able to improve that assessment, you're going to have to do some good flexibility movements so that you get a nice deep stretch in your muscles if you want to achieve better flexibility in your lower body, mostly because you do have some tightness in your hamstrings and quads perhaps, and also in your torso as well. Okay, great. All the best. I hope that was helpful. Do try it out and tell me what your score is. Looking forward to it. Thank you. Goodbye.